Dean, a 2-1 victory over Leicester City, you must be happy.
It's probably an understatement. I think it's been a great 3 games for us, hasn't it, with the 9 points we picked up. I thought it was a really strong performance, actually, aside from the 3 points against a team who we know are going to be right up there. We knew we'd come under pressure against them, but a big part of the way the manager and the staff want to play, get on the front foot, show no fear to anybody, and we certainly did that early in the game. A couple of chances before we scored that first one, and what a moment for anybody that was here to witness Liam's first start in just under a year, and what a fantastic finish it was, and really set off the way that we wanted to play, gave us a lot of confidence, and we scored some good goals recently in recent games, but that second goal was as good as any. It was a quick throw-in, and some great interchange play. We get the other side of their defenders, and Joff's exactly where you want him to be. When the ball's on one side, exactly where you want our wingers to be, and a good finish. And we went in at 2-0 pleased. I thought we possibly could have had the game put to bed without sounding too churlish. We had chances to take the game away from him, didn't do that, and you're always at the mercy then, aren't you? But overall, we seen the game out, and it was a great win.
Before we dive more into the game itself, you've already touched on it, but massive for Liam Miller. 363 days ago, he did that ACL injury. To mark his start with that goal, how is he? I imagine he's been buzzing in the dressing room after that.
You know him better than me. What do you think? He's and rightly so, and he'll be the first to give credit to the guys that have been there with him all from day one. Of course, his family, and I'm sure will take great pride in that as well. But the guys behind the scenes, I was there myself as a player with these long-term injuries. It's the early devastation. You're going for your scans, you're getting the results. You're up and down the country, going seeing specialists. You're in the gym for weeks and weeks, and a lot of the time you're on your own or you're one-to-one with the medical team. And so there's a lot of guys behind the scenes who will get a lot of credit and deserve a lot of credit, and I'm sure they'll take great pride in that as well.
And the finish itself, obviously it opened up for him on Saturday against Birmingham, and he hit it into row Z. So this time to get the measured finish, obviously their keeper's big and all, and there was a couple of bodies in the way, but it was just perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah, I give him a bit of stick for that one at the weekend. He found a great pass, didn't he, for Joffa for that third goal, and then the next time he took it on himself. And you're right, it was it row Z? I thought it was higher than that, but no, it was a great finich. Didn't try and take the skin off it, just fell into the corner. He's got unbelievable technique. He's one of the best technical players I've worked with, and he's a fantastic finish.
And we spoke with Sergei in the past about getting that second goal and sort of pushing it away from the opposition. Again, Liam were in the midst of that, and it was obviously played it in for Gilo to play it across, and Gelhardt arriving in from the right hand side. Again, beautiful goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I've just touched on it there. This team showing no fear. You score that first goal. Okay, they're going to wake up a little bit, but again, we want to go and throw that next punch. And yeah, we got the second goal. It was really pleasing at that moment because they're a team who can starve you with the ball at times. They can move you around the pitch. They can pull you into areas you don't really want to get to, and then bang bang. And then I thought we defended excellently well. I thought we really did. They've had a lot of moments and a lot of shots on goal, but a lot from distance. You look at the XG value of a lot of the chances that they had were really, really low, and we've blocked the ones we needed to. Of course, they've hit the crossbar. Harry Winks is a top player, isn't he? So you can't keep him out all the time. Maybe luck was on our side a little bit with that, but I thought we well and truly deserved 3 points.
Obviously, the confidence from that second goal carried through to half-time, and then, as you mentioned, their quality, they're going to come at us, and you were very complimentary of Marty's system and philosophy and their way of playing. How do you feel like we handled that in the second period when, maybe a little bit nervy in the crowd when they made it 2-1, but it was confident defending?
Yeah, you can see there's still loads of improvement in this team. We'll be in Thursday in terms of in the classroom with the players, and we'll be going through digesting where we can improve, of course looking at the things we're doing well, which is plenty of them at the moment, but this team's growing. Shared experiences like that, you look back to the Wrexham game earlier in the season, it was, we give up 2 goals late and ended up going out of the cup competition. Since then we've responded really well in terms of Saturday, in terms of tonight, seeing these moments out, knowing when to counter-attack. Of course, we need to keep improving our decision making and that final pass, because I think we look deadly on the counter attack, but it's just that final moment, isn't it, which can maybe make the game a bit more comfortable. But if you'd asked us before kick off, we get another 3 points at home against this team, we'd have took it however we took it. And a lot of confidence can be gained. I'm sure our supporters are enjoying coming to the stadium for probably the long time in a while, because there's been times last couple of years and not scored many goals, and teams have been coming here and enjoying it too much, I think. So that's not the case this season so far, so that's pleasing as well.
Just honing in on one particular member of that back four, Shemi Ajayi's come back into the side for his first start since Coventry. How have you felt he performed today? Because especially second half, stepping out, making the challenge, being aggressive, but also being measured when playing it out, just to wind the clock down a little bit, but also make sure that we're solid and we've got a foundation.
Yeah, again, I thought his timing of his tackling second half was excellent, as you say, when there was a lot of pressure coming on top of us. I think Cody as well has come back into the team after a little spell out with Coyley's injury. Akin comes into the game. Again, it's not easy to find your rhythm in a game like that against Fatawi, who's one of the best wingers in the division. I thought he had a couple of moments, didn't he? But I thought he was pretty quiet overall. So I thought, to answer your question, I thought Semi can be very, very pleased. But we're glad he got the minutes with Nigeria, which has given him a little bit of his rhythm back. And whoever comes into the teams at the moment, he's performing. That's excellent for us.
Moving on to Saturday then, obviously a chance to make it 4 in a row, which it's been over a year since we've had the chance to say that. Obviously a club close to your heart as well, and a good win for them tonight. What are your thoughts going into that one?
It'd be a completely different game than what we've certainly faced in the last couple. Everybody knows Nathan's style. A lot of energy in the team, quite a direct style. So we're gonna have to make sure we defend well. We defend first and second balls. We know where their weaknesses are, so we'll be ready for that. But another chance for us to go and put in a good performance and get 3 points against a team like great result tonight on the 3-0 at Ipswich. Just shows you never know what the Championship's going to throw up. So they're certainly in good form themselves. So it'll be a tough game. We keep our feet on the ground again for sure under Sergei. No one's going to get carried away. We'll be back to work and look to take it into a fourth game now.
And just finally, the fans were in good form as well today. And second half when it did get nervy, they started to pick up, get behind the side, particularly in added time when they were looking to obviously land that sucker punch. The MKM Stadium last season, and obviously a lot of them admit the turning form, and they were a big thing coming into the season. Now we've sort of turned a corner, fingers crossed. How key are they to that sort of turn as well?
I think they know themselves how important they can be for us, and you're right when you're having a bit of a wobble towards the end of the game. You're against a team who's throwing caution to the wind. They've got quality in every position, 1v1. It only takes a moment to create a chance, and for them to keep the boys going. The lads were out on the feet tonight. You could see that Coyley obviously was on the bench. He was struggling. David, I can tell, had something in the warm-up, so we were limited in terms of going into the game with the lads that were missing, also limited from the bench. So, ideally probably Liam wouldn't have played the whole 100 minutes, but, Geldart, Slater, they were out on the feet, so we had to make key changes within that. And the crowd kept the lads going, there's no doubt about that, and we're going to be needed again on Saturday.